No more access road. Baba Ann has blocked the road by digging a trench across the road. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, I really understand the frustration that this family is undergoing through. But this can be so dangerous now that we understand the evil doings of Censor himself. And before I dive deep to that discussion about the access road, let me start by saying this. Mama Ann's family are passing through a lot of stress from Censor himself. He feels that they are obligated to him because through him, his audience, a house was built for Mama Ann's family. The family cannot live in peace because we have seen several occasions where the dual purpose guy has always cursed them, always argue with them, telling them that the house was built through them by his brother. Even Mr. Ondari has disrespected them not once. Even there is a time we had a confrontation between Baba Ann and Mr. Ondari, and it is there on the camera. And let me say this, Ondari has been disrespecting them that the house was built by his son. Because the house was built through Censor himself, should these people live on their knees so that every day they be victimized and they be oppressed? Ann's Journey said something in his video. In her video after she was released, she said they can come and take this house down. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, I understand what Ann was saying, and I wish some rich subscribers will come together and say, let us take down that structure and build another one. It could be. If it could be a madhouse, taking it down could be so easy. So, let me say this. This issue is going to escalate more and more. And before it escalates, watch this clip, then we dive deep into today's discussion. Stay tuned. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another reaction video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that are posted in public domain. Like today, I'm going to discuss about inside Mama Ann's family pain, fame, pressure, and the house that divides a village. Ladies and gentlemen, the family is really passing through a lot, and let me first say, for those who have not subscribed to this wonderful YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Let us show love to this YouTube channel. Let us like all my videos. I also have another backup YouTube account where, in case this YouTube channel disappears, you can get Maxwell Lumumba in Vibe with Lumumba. So Vibe with Lumumba, the spelling is V-I-B-E. And today we are going to reach the rental stage of my just small house. It is like a store, but it's just a small house. And the rental, when I was doing my calculation and everything, it would be costing like $300 just to construct the rental of that house. Let us continue supporting in any way. Having said that, let me embark to the reaction video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And today's video is emotional, very emotional, because this is no longer YouTube drama that we have seen, we also witnessed. This is now about family pressure, control, emotional exhaustion, community conflict, gratitude, pride, power, land access, and human dignity. A lot of things. Some subscribers came on camera and They were saying, who told you that Anne has been arrested? I used to read those petty comments in my comment section. Who told you Anne has been arrested? Finally, Anne has come out and she has spoke her mind. And honestly, after watching Anne's journey speak, I found myself trying to imagine what that family may be going through emotionally. Ladies and gentlemen, this life is not that easy. This shows us how this family is so evil. You know, I saw a lot of subscribers, especially from the other camp, coming to the comment section and saying that we are sorry on behalf of these individuals. Let me tell Anne, enough is enough. And I really like your guts, because you now realized this family is not to be trusted. This reminds me when there was a heated confrontation between Baba Ann and Mr. Ondari. I came on camera and said something. Yeah, can you imagine? Aggie herself is the one who console with the dad so that they can leave everything to go. For me, it was like, this is the only time you people could make it happen. So when you sympathize on somebody, the same person will come and bite you. What has happened at long last? The person who you sympathized with is now biting your leg. So sometimes people online laugh at drama without understanding the emotional pressure happening behind the scene. But today, I want to put myself in their shoes. I want to look at this situation from the perspective of Mama Ann's family, because many viewers online are now saying this family has been under pressure for a very long time. Just sit down, relax, then put yourself too in the same shoes that I'm putting myself, so that we can really understand what this family is going. And according to online discussions, there have been repeated confrontation, repeated arguments, repeated reminders, and the house built through subscriber support connected to census audience. People online mention dual purpose guy confronting them, arguments about the house, discussion involving Mr. Ondari, there is sand allegation placed on the same piece of land, there is road access conflict, and now police drama, adding even more tension. So, combining that all, this family is in pain. And this pain is coming from another family that think they are obligated to victimize this family. And honestly, when you look at all these issues combined together that have noted down, you begin to understand why emotions are becoming very heavy inside that family. Let me say this clearly. Nobody should forget gratitude. If support or if supporters helped improve somebody's life, appreciation matters a lot. But at the same time, gratitude should not become lifelong emotional control. And let me say first thing, before even I go deeper, Ann's journey says something here, that Marwa himself rejected not knowing her in the police custody. Then he proceeds and says, I'm the one who built them a house. If you have already said you don't know this individual, why do you go again and say, I'm the one who built their house? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call contradiction. This is what we call lying. And this is what the evil deeds of the same family is being exposed in the broad daylight. Ladies and gentlemen, The good thing about me, I don't do anything about sugarcoating. That is the balance many people online they are now debating right now, because many viewers are asking, if a house was built through subscribers support connected to a creator, does that mean family must forever live under pressure, fear, arguments, or emotional submissions? So that is the real conversation happening online. And honestly, I understand why Anne's journey became emotional, because when somebody repeatedly hears, we build your house, these came through us, you should listen to us, we are the reason you have that structure. I've seen some stupid reactors, even not today, even the other time, they're telling the family that we are these people, the one who actually gave you life. They are the one who built the house for you. You never even had a loo to go to. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remove this primitivity mind, primitivity talking, and realize ourselves. There is one thing that I usually tell people on camera. Africans or the Korean community, our tradition circulate through madhouse. So because I was having a madhouse, you are not supposed to rebuke to us that you people live in a madhouse. As long as we have shelter on top of us, as long as, you know, some of us, we really enjoy that environment in a madhouse. For those who they have never lived in a madhouse, just travel to Kenya. There is pure vibe, especially when you are two, yeah? Pure vibe, yeah? For those who understand, they really understand, yeah? That is why even the Maasai themselves, you see that heart of theirs, that structure looks so good. And there, if you get a spear there, you know what it means. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us not rebuke our traditions. Let us not rebuke our culture. And most of us, we were born in the same house. No, I don't know running water, nothing. We go to the river. So that is what we call the African tradition. And that is why even the world, they want to come and see what type of life are these villagers, Africans living, even though if they call it primitivity, leave the primitivity nature in us, the same primitive village, with the same primitive place that we nurture talents, we nurture education in form of big jobs like somebody being a doctor, pilot, the same villagers. Look at a lot of people's history in these, let's say, Kenya. Our president himself says he used to sell chicken and eggs. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not rebuke people because you have a Land Cruiser, you have a Mercedes, your family has a BMW. Then, at the end of the day, the world is going in circles. Eventually, psychologically, that becomes exhausting. A home is supposed to bring peace. If I live in that small house of mine, as long as I have peace of mind, that is enough. Not emotional pressure, not constant reminders that you know, we built for you this house. You know, anytime we can take you out of this house. You are not supposed to remind me of that. No public humiliation, no fear. And that is why I understood the emotional meaning behind Anne's statement when she said, come and demolish the house. Now, realistically, nobody expects that house to actually be demolished. And that's the reality of, you know, sometimes you can be having anger issue, you can be very bitter, but at the end of the day, I just know that. But emotionally, for me, I understand the message. I think what she was really saying is, if this house is going to become the source of endless conflict, endless control, endless pressure, endless reminders, then maybe peace is more important than this structure itself. That is basically what Anne's journey was meaning. So that is how I interpreted her emotion, and honestly, many ordinary viewers can understand that pain, because dignity matters a lot, peace matters a lot, mental peace, health really matters a lot. Now, let us discuss about something here before we go to the road blockage. Ladies and gentlemen, this reminds me, just I'm trying to give us a small history about the confrontation about that family. There is some months back when the same road, there were some bumps that were placed there, where the dual purpose guy was passing there with his Mercedes, yeah. Then he confronted the family, telling them the way they are hated, they are not going to, this dual purpose guy speaks like a kid, and that's the reality. His mind or her mind is not grown. We have some people who have brains, who think straight, but for him, if you see a grown-up man telling you, I'm going to tell your dad, now just know you are talking to your fellow or a very childish person. And that is what I can judge from that end. That guy is immature. That guy speaks with no, actually like a child, yeah? So never argue yourself with a child. That is why anything circulating with him tells you that this guy is immature. When you say somebody telling you that we have a lot of wealth than you, rich people don't brag. Rich people don't brag. Because you got some donations, you got some favors, now you want to call yourself you have reached in that capacity that you think you can victimize other individual. The world is going around. Shit happens. Yeah? And when shit happens, a lot of things goes by. The same family, we saw them during the confrontation where Mr. Ondari confronted Baba Ann on camera, even kicking his head. Ladies and gentlemen, that is something that is not supposed to be accepted. Within a shorter time, the same boys confronted their dad. Was their dad presented on court because of alleged domestic violence? No. Now they're busy victimizing the neighbors. The same family, we have now seen them arresting a family because of hosting a reactor. They go ahead and say that reactor has been what we call inciting the family against their family. Ladies and gentlemen, we all watch. There is nothing like that. Do you know what is called incitement? There is nobody has been incited to go and do that. Politics in Kenya, we have seen a lot of things, a lot of people have been discussing about the same issues about incitement. There is nothing like incitement, and I'm very happy that Coco Mama was never threatened. The same family is using police officers to victimize or to conduct illegal arrest, demanding bribes without receipts. I usually tell people, if there is anything like police bail, police have to give you a receipt to justify that I paid this amount of money to this particular police because of these and these. So this is the time that Mama Ann's family needs justice. And let us not sympathize, let us have empathy to this family. And that is what I can really tell her. Let us sympathize with them. Let us have empathy to them. Ladies and gentlemen, this issue is bigger than how maybe people might be thinking. This is not an issue to be handing here when you see a lot of things happen. Like right now, I wanted to speak about the road blocking. According to online discussion, Baba Ann alleged blocked access road by digging a trench on the road. Now, legally and practically, road access is issue to become can become very complicated if it is a private access road contributed to or by the family. Landowners may have certain rights regarding their property depending on agreements, easement, local land laws, and long-term usage. But the way we understand that land or that access road, there is nothing like agreement they were having. There is nothing like easement. There is nothing like they visited the land law office. Nothing. And there is nowhere they have written or they have said that this will be a long-term usage of this. And I know, as things escalate, maybe they will be building a wall, because I already saw, okay, there is a clip. I think I'll be attaching. There is a clip I might attach where they're thinking now of building a fence, or you see what happens in the Matiko, yeah? Matiko Road, where the Mwango was passing materials to their construction site, yeah? There is that road there, yeah? So that tells us that they might decide to close that road, and if they close, these will be danger. But at the same time, blocking roads can create danger and escalate tensions further. That is why I believe this situation needs calm and proper dialogue, not escalation, not revenge, not emotional warfare, because once roads are blocked, temper rises above, and when temper rises, situation can become unpredictable. Personally, I understand the frustration emotionally. I understand what Mama Ann's family they are really passing through. If a family feels overwhelmed, pressure, or cornered, emotional reactions can happen. But I also believe dangerous escalation helps nobody. Not Mama Ann's family, not Censor's family, not the village, not the supporter, nobody. Now, another thing many viewers online are discussing is about feeling of obligation. This idea that because subscribers connected you to create or help to support a family, that family must forever remain under your authority or emotional debt. That is why or where many viewers are now drawing the line. It has gone until you are not even supposed to host somebody in that house because they feel you are obligated to the same individual. So supporters should uplift people. Supporters should create dignity. Supporters should create independency, and independency creates what we call peace. Now, not lifelong emotional tension, because once help becomes a weapon in argument, then the emotional meaning of that help change completely. And honestly, that is what many viewers are reacting to emotionally right now, especially after hearing repeated online confrontation involving the house issue. Now, let me also say this. Social media fame can destroy village peace very quickly, and because suddenly every disagreement becomes public, every argument becomes content, every family issue becomes intentionally emotions, and every emotion moment becomes entertainment. That pressure is not normal village anymore. That is internet pressure. And I think Many people underestimate how emotional exhaustion can become. Now people have now known what censor has done to the community, and I've seen a lot of people criticizing the deeds of censor himself, saying this is something evil, and a lot of them, they have said they are going to unsubscribe. Now, this is the year 2026. Things are going to change. We have already seen a lot of people shifting camps from this camp, going to be self-independent, going to decide that for us, we are self-independent. So that is now, we saw the other day in Gutu, we saw Paris, we saw Nation One, we have seen Jose. So this tells us that YouTube Street has already started changing. I've seen my Krizo started building his own empire, an empire of a long-lasting individual that they think they can group together and support the community. So that is the future of the society that we need. We don't need to be tuned. We no longer need a button that should be pressed and being commanded that, Max, you need to do this because I'm the one who said no. We are from that victimization, we are from that optimization, and we are now thinking straight. Now imagine being criticized online, discussed daily, confronted, publicly dragged into live stream, dealing with police issues, dealing with road conflict, dealing with family tension, and then hearing people repeatedly mention that the house over and over again. How do you feel? Eventually, anybody can emotionally break down. And you see, like Anne was having a lot of pain. You know, sometimes you have a lot of pain, even you be very courageous. And I remember the opening statement of what she said. Have never been jailed. This is the first time I've been in a police custody. What that tells you? She's speaking from deeper heart. She knows what being imprisoned or what being jailed or while you be in police custody, what it means to you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an issue what I said about taking fingerprints for record. That is something that a lot of individuals really understand. And that is why empathy matters. Somebody's calling me. That is why empathy matters a lot, And you may disagree with somebody, you may criticize somebody, but empathy still matters. Now let me address another important point. Many viewers online are saying villages are supposed to unite people, not divide them. If there is somebody who is the biggest divider, it is censor himself. Is now dividing the village into something. The last time I spoke, when he said that if you have a problem with my brother, you even have a problem with me. Let me ask, let's say for example, when your brother messes or hurts people around, do you think, or will you still support your brother? The answer is no. So even Anne herself have realized that this family, even though have been speaking good about them without any problem, now it is time to rise up and say no, and I have to stick to my family. So villages survive through cooperation, respect, relationships, forgiveness, and peace. But once internet fame enters villages, suddenly camps began forming. Some support one side, other support the other side, and before long, let me say, who is this calling? Just a minute. And before long, neighbors stop trusting each other, friends stop talking to each other, families become divided. This is where now even you inherit enemies from another person. That is dangerous socially, very dangerous. And honestly, I think anybody involved should reflect deeply, because social media, money comes and goes. Now, there are no donations, There are no donations. So, that tells us that views come and go, subscribers come and go, but community damage can last many years. That is sad part. Now, as I conclude this reaction, I want to say this. I genuinely sympathize with Mama Ann's emotionally. I genuinely with this again calling me. Should I pick? Okay, I was saying I genuinely sympathize with Mama Ann's family emotionally, not because I know every fact, not because I support conflict, but because I can see emotional exhaustion, I can see frustration, I can see pressure, and I can understand why somebody will eventually cry out of emotionally and say enough is enough. And this is the time the villagers themselves are supposed to rise and say enough is enough to this community. That is why my dream is always ringing like, hey, Marx needs to be a lawyer. And that's the reality. And I said, without sponsorship or anything, some few months, then I'll be in a law school. Don't worry, yeah? With support, without support, the journey to law school is going on, yeah? And that is an assurance that I'm giving every individual, yeah? Because the little money that we get through monetization of our channel, yeah, can make us go to school and equip ourselves with a lot of knowledge and come with a lot of fact and rescue the community. That is now what we call the straight thinking, ladies and gentlemen, because nobody truly wins when villages become battlefield. Nobody truly wins when families live under stress. Nobody truly wins when internet drama destroy relationships. So what people need now is calm, maturity, communication, boundaries, respect, and healing, because at the end of the day, everybody involved is human. And thank you for watching. Let us go subscribe to Vibe with Lumumba, VIBE YouTube channel. Subscribe for more deeper commentary. Hey, with this calling me. Yeah, commentary, analysis, and discussion about African YouTube culture, village life, and social media influence. And let me know your thoughts respectfully in the comments section below. That's enough for today. Let us meet in the next video. Goodbye for now. Comment there, share your thoughts of what you're thinking about. Let us end it there. Goodbye.